The Emergency Protocol. How to stop an imminent heart attack with one miracle solution your cardiologist won't tell you about, by Dr. Dan Pilgreen. If you knew of a simple vitamin that could prevent a heart attack, even if your cardiologist told you that you are on the verge of a massive cardiac event, you would want to take it, right? Of course you would. Let's not kid ourselves. Everyone over 40 is at some danger of a massive heart attack. The common risk factors don't predict half of the heart attacks. The number of people, both men and women, who die each day is the equivalent of 5 fully loaded jumbo jets crashing with no survivors. It just makes sense to pre-treat your heart before the attack. Niacin is the key. So much so that the major drug companies are now pushing prescription niacin. The writing, or rather the research, is on the wall, so to speak. Not only is over-the-counter niacin effective once you get the proper dosage, adapt to the initial side effect of flushing, and take precautions for the few who can't take it, niacin is the most effective treatment to not only lower bad LDL cholesterol, it raises HDL, good cholesterol, and lowers dangerous LPA, lipoprotein A. When LPA is high, your risk of a fatal heart attack increases by tenfold. In my program, The 3-Step Heart Cure, I go into detail about LPA and why it is a much better predictor of heart disease than the traditional cholesterol tests. But if you're worried about your heart today, and you want to take emergency measures to make sure nothing happens, niacin can literally be a lifesaver. Here are the actual numbers from recent double-blind controlled studies. Using niacin, researchers found a reduction in coronary heart disease, myocardial infarction, blood clot in the heart vessels, cerebrovascular accident, stroke, cardiovascular events, i.e. heart attacks, reduced by 26%, total mortality, death rates reduced by 11%. Changes in blood lipid levels, TC total cholesterol, 20 to 25% decrease. LDL, low-density lipoproteins, 10 to 25% decrease. TG, triglycerides, 20 to 25% decrease. HDL, high density, 15 to 35% increase. This is the good cholesterol, so the higher the better. Now, having said that, there are some drawbacks to niacin therapy. Can cause blood sugar disturbances in some, not for those with gout, hepatitis, or gastritis. Caution, always consult with your personal physician before starting niacin therapy. Flushing is the major drawback. Skin feels hot, irritated, and itchy. This is a temporary condition and subsides after repeated use. Allowing greater and greater dosage until desired clinical levels are met, usually 500 milligrams. 3 times a day of sustained-release niacin. There are many more studies showing the benefits of niacin therapy. In fact, you almost have to have an advanced degree in biochemistry to understand all the different pathways and reactions that are improved with niacin therapy. The drug companies are familiar with this research and have started a massive campaign to sell prescription niacin through TV advertising and doctor education. Now I'm going to explain how to take niacin, and then I'll go over some of the more advanced research for those deep thinkers or skeptics. Protocol 1. Start with 50 milligrams tablet of niacin, not niacinamide, as this is not effective. See if you experience the flushing effect, usually described as pins and needles, itching, and redness of the skin. Some people do experience a severe rash and should not continue with therapy. 2. If you don't flush, take 100 milligrams the next day. 3. If you experience a flushing, stay at this dose each day. 4. Usually a day or two, and this dose will not cause you to flush. 5. Increase it to 200 milligrams a day. As long as you don't flush, continue to increase the dose. 6. When you experience flushing, stay at that dose until it stops. 7. Now, after you reach 200 milligrams without flushing, take a 500 milligram slow-release niacin and break it in half, so you're taking 250 milligrams. Continue till you don't flush. 8. Increase to a 500 milligram tablet. Most people can take increasing doses without flushing rather rapidly, and many times only a day or two at one dose and the flushing disappears. 9. Increase to one 500 milligram tablet twice a day. If it's too much, break the second tablet in half so you will take 750 milligrams. 10. Continue to increase until you're taking 3 500 milligram tablets a day for a total of 1,500 milligrams. This seems to be the perfect therapeutic dose for maximum lipid profile benefit. Go back to your doctor and check your lipid panel. By that, I mean all the tests for total cholesterol, LDL, HDL, and triglycerides. Most people are able to reach the target goal of 1,500 milligrams a day, enduring the flushing side effect. But there are a few doctors who recommend ways to lessen the flushing effect. My colleague Dr. David Brownstein recommends eating a handful of raw nuts with the niacin to lessen the flushing effect. Dr. Mark Houston of Vanderbilt University says that taking a 331 milligram aspirin with the niacin lessens the flushing reaction. Although I am not a big fan of long-term aspirin use for this purpose, I am not 100% opposed for a temporary adaptation phase. Some people say that taking niacin with applesauce lessens the side effect. I do recommend that you take 3 tablets of the Heart Life Plus formula along with the niacin, as well as a well-balanced omega-3 formula. See my special report on omega-3 oils for which type and form is the best. Also, which cofactors are needed so you are not taking rancid oils that cause more damage than good. There are many research studies to validate niacin therapy for cholesterol control, but there are many other benefits for vascular health. Remember, you are only as old or as healthy as your blood vessels. Lowers number of small, dense cholesterol particle, especially LPA. Not only lowers the number of small particles, it changes their size. Inhibits LDL oxidation. Increases HDL, good cholesterol. Increases triglyceride breakdown in fatty tissues. Stops excess platelet formation. Platelets form clots. Inhibits fibrinogen formation. Holds the clot together. Lessens inflammatory cytokines, byproducts that start the plaque process. Niacin is a very strong and powerful antioxidant. Here are some recent research studies done at major institutions in the U.S. and internationally. This is a very good news study done at University of Tennessee that showed niacin is a safe alternative to statin therapy. It showed an increase in HDL by 29% and decreased triglycerides and LDL by 23% and 28% respectively. All the benefits and none of the serious and even deadly side effects associated with statin therapy. A reduction in LPA with niacin administration as well as LDL-2. For those on statins, therapy niacin was well tolerated and the combined therapy proved beneficial. If you are on statins, this means adding niacin is a great addition. Be careful as your dosages of statins may need to be adjusted. Check with your doctor. 1,500 to 2,000 milligrams daily of niacin showed low-density lipoprotein cholesterol, 26% and 19.3% respectively, total cholesterol, 18.4% and 13.3%. Niacin decreases LPA levels, increases HDL, good cholesterol, and lowers fibrinogen levels, the material that causes clots. Adding chromium increases the benefit of niacin. 27% reduction in heart attack and 11% fewer deaths with niacin therapy. Note, this and many other interrelated synergistic reactions that are beneficial to the body is the reason I recommend a full-spectrum supplement like Heart Life Plus, in addition to niacin therapy. When we consider that dying of a heart attack is the #1 cause of death and half the time it is sudden and fatal, it behooves us to start on a therapeutic regimen of prevention. I know the drug companies, in concert with the FDA, are trying to suppress natural alternatives, but the cat is out of the bag.